So you're saying, okay, if I don't get it, is it really that bad news? The key is if you're not going to get the Social Security and you're getting all these tax expenses, right? As long as you're taking that money and putting it in something else, you'll do very well for yourselves.
Social Security gave us a good bad news, which is by 2034, if the government doesn't do anything significantly, nobody's going to get a full payment.
As they raise the SALT deduction, right, then it's going to be more of a deficit.
Correct.
Right, because it's got to come from somewhere. So you heard it went down all the way down up to unlimited to 40. Right now, we just don't know where it's going to go. It's easy to get $10,000. Why? Most of our property taxes in New York is over $10,000 anyways, so it doesn't affect us. Right now, we're losing out.
I want you to break it down for us. What is happening with Trump's tax cut? And you know, there are many things. Some people are delighted because it'll be tax cut for, of course, the riches and for the people, for everyday people, taxpayer. There were child tax credits. There were SALT, no limits. There were no taxes on tips. There were no taxes on Social Security income. By the way, Social Security gave us a good bad news, which is by 2034, if the government doesn't do anything significantly, nobody's going to get a full payment. So keep that in mind when you're responding to this question. I know I'm laughing, you're laughing, but these are not sarcasm. It really hurts a lot of people.
I think we all know.
Correct. So let's start there.
Right, Social Security, right, we're seeing that. Basically, we're going to run out of money much sooner than we thought. So what does that mean? You know, my generation, even the younger generations, they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to get Social Security.
Right.
But guess what? This is more bad news for us, right? For the self-employed, it's a little not so bad, right? Because,
correct.
Listen, you're not showing as much income as someone who's on a W-2, right? So you're saying, okay, if I don't get it, is it really that bad news? The key is if you're not going to get the Social Security and you're getting all these tax expenses, right? As long as you're taking that money and putting it in something else, you'll do very well for yourselves.
Yeah.
It's the people who said, ooh, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to keep my bank.
Wrong choice.
Exactly.
Wrong choice. Yeah. And you know, that's a good question. It's where do I put that money? I know we're not going to give here financial advices in terms of where to put that money, but putting that money in a savings account is a lose-lose situation.
Savings, CD, all those guaranteed money, you're not going to make money. You're just literally just going to keep up with inflation. And at best.
On top of that, they're going to take out the service charges and all those things.
Aside from that, also you're going to pay taxes on that.
You're going to pay taxes on this. Okay, so let's go back into tax cuts. Where is it? What happened? Why?
So look, it's real simple, and it's just like you spoke about. Look, this bill, this beautiful bill that's been mentioned, look,
not only
right now, it's in the Senate. It is morphing in every single which way. I know a lot of CPAs come on TBN saying this, and that, but look, it's going, right now, we don't know where it's going to go. It's going to change in 6 different ways.
Right, maybe more.
You heard about the SALT deduction. What's the SALT deduction, right? SALT is, hey, right now, it's capped at $10,000. That could be property taxes, that could be your state taxes, all that stuff. It's easy to get $10,000. Why? Most of our property taxes in New York is over $10,000 anyways, so it doesn't affect us. Right now, we're losing out. The rest of the country is doing better, and that's why they're happy to keep it the way it is, right? As they raise the SALT deduction, right, then it's going to be more of a deficit.
Correct.
Right, because it's got to come from somewhere. So you heard it went down all the way down up to unlimited to 40. Right now, we just don't know where it's going to go, and it's going to be based on the senators. And the senators that are going to push back the most are the ones that it doesn't affect them, right? So if your property taxes are $3,000, those senators don't care, because they're doing well as it is, right? They want other things. There's so many people that want other things in this bill. This is why it's just going in a full circle and nothing's happening.
Yeah, so there are quite a few things that people are unhappy about. There is the two polar opposite, right? One side is saying it's too much cut for Medicare, Medicaid, and all these things.
That's another problem, because that's morphing as well.
Right, so it's going to affect
everyday work people. Requirements, not work requirements.
Right.
Look, it's not like this has never happened before. There used to be work requirements. This is not new.
Yeah, it's nothing new. That is true.
And I think there's a state that actually has always input work requirements, and it's done nothing.
And the reason, and I'm not taking sides here, the reason the work requirement is it was getting abused.
Yes, it's getting abused, but the real reason I've seen for the work requirement is it's because when you make the other person work, then you made too much money. Now you don't even get Medicaid at all.
Correct.
So it's actually could be really hurtful. But do I really think anything's going to happen of it? No, I think we're going to end up being exactly where we were this year.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works out.
That's not something I'd freak out about.
Yeah. So right now, there is no reason to freak out. There is no reason to wait on this one. And there is no reason to get your hope.
There's really nothing you can do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This is not up to you and I. This is not up to anybody else but the senators.
This is the big guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
The people you guys put in office.
In the Senate. Yeah.
Right.
That you voted for the Senate.
Exactly.
Right? Or the House. So don't get your hopes really high of what you heard so far.
It's going to take more time to figure out where things are.
Right.
As that gets updated, we're going to update you as well.
নিউ ইয়র্ক থেকে সম্প্রচারিত TVN 24 টেলিভিশন বিশ্বজুড়ে বাঙালির কণ্ঠস্বর।